ready. Sorry about that. My apologies. All right, let's get going. All right, good morning. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of almost 20,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of helping you put together trade plans throughout this beautiful New York trading session. If you're trading along with me using a demo account, then regardless of whether your plans are successful or not, you will have an opportunity to learn. Trading and investing is risky. It's not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, not necessarily indicative of future results, but it's always a good idea to stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, I was supposed to show you this as well. NFA likes that. You got to be able to see it, not just hear it. Great. So you're there. So what do they want to know? What do they want me to say most? Forex is not appropriate for everyone, and trading is risky, and your past performance does not predict future results. Those are the three key things they want me to say. Cool. So my name is Wayne McDonald. I'm a currency trader just like you. I've been doing this a long time. I'm here to share, but you got to ask questions, man. I don't know what you need. I don't know what you know. I don't know what you don't know. I don't know what you think you know. I don't know what you think you don't know. And of course, none of us don't know the things you don't know that you don't know. So it's going to be an interactive session. I'll do some talking. You'll do some asking of questions. We'll do technical and fundamental analysis, but with the focus of trade planning, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot that needs to be covered. So I'll let you take the lead and I will be the humble servant. So we can do, like I said, short-term, medium-term, and long-term analysis. The idea is have small losses and bigger wins. 3-to-1 would be good. 10-to-1 would be better. Cool. So there are lots of resources that have been requested over the 20 years of me doing this. So those resources have been made available, and the links are in the description below the video. A link to my book, a link to the free training courses, a link to paid training courses, links to my chart templates, and of course a link to tradersway.com, because as a foreign exchange trader, we all need a broker. You're not big enough to be able to enter your trades into the interbanking system on your own. In fact, even if you're a $1 billion Forex trader, you're going to need an execution partner to execute those trades. You need someone that can gather liquidity partners together in one place, because in Forex, there's no exchange. So whether you got $100 or $1 billion, this is a service provider that you're going to need. And yes, you want fast execution speed. Yes, you want narrow spreads. Yes, you want big swaps, that kind of stuff. But really, at the end of the day, because you're running a business, you need a business partner that you trust. They should earn your loyalty and respect. And that's what Traders Way has done with me. The link is in the description below. Go get it, son. Let's get on with it. Your destiny awaits. This just happens to be here. It's a pissy little day trade sitting on euro on a psych level of 110. And I believe the stop is 33. I believe the limit is 99, and nothing's happening. Okay. Do the top wealthiest families influence the market? No, the bottom wealthiest families. No. Anyways, Ted, how big is the Forex market? How big is it? Define it. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's not an answer, Teddy boy. Come on. Trillions. What about quadrillions? I mean, it's just such a vague answer. Where daily effective exchange rates, US dollar exchange rate, quarterly, BIS quarterly review data release, maybe, no, statistics, maybe, credit, international banking, maybe under there, effective foreign exchange, about foreign exchange statistics. Anyways, it's almost 7 trillion, I believe. Oh, well, Peter says 6.6. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So we'll have to go with that. Anyways, I'll leave it for you guys to surf this. Oh, maybe it's under here. Okay, there we go. Okay, $6.6 trillion a day. So we go back to the question here. Ted says, do the wealthiest families influence the market? It's interesting, just culturally, the question. I wouldn't have asked it that way, but that's just interesting. The answer is no. I mean, dude, they got money. But are they influencing a $6.6 trillion market? Well, look, at any time you buy a foreign product, you're influencing. But, I think what you're saying, like, are there rich Illuminati that control it? No. Oh, Lucas just Googled it. Yeah, well, I like to show you how to get the data. So I found it specifically, right? Right there. 5,595,471,000,000 and change. That's the answer. Okay. So if you want to look at it, there you go. I'll pop that into the link. Okay. There you go. A goal. Okay. And you can see this is heavily dollar, followed by euro, and then yen. Okay. So you can see of the 6.6, 4 trillion. Okay, is euro dollar. All right, so snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, something about mom's spaghetti. All right, dollar was down, then up. Okay, the world is trading and reacting on news. Things are bad, things are good. Wait, no, they're not good, they're bad again, and whoop, be careful. Johnny says, hey, the 10-year is over 2%. Yeah, that's great, huh? Yeah, the stock market was thinking about having an update. Not sure if that's going to stick, but we shall see, as they say. In fact, why don't I just bring it up? Snap to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, babada. Okay. Okay. So what does this mean? Money is leaving the bond market. So this is in one day. It's up one day. Let's go 5 days. 5 days ago, the yield was 1.7. So when yields go up, the bond market is falling. Think of it as this way. People are trying to get you to lend them money. Will you lend them money at 1.7? You're like, no. Well, what about 1.8? No. What about 1.9? No. What about 2? All right, maybe. Okay, they're trying to attract your money. Right now, money is leaving, so they're raising interest rates, so to speak, to try to get you to loan them money. That's what this is. In this case, the U.S. government is trying to get you to loan them money. Well, so this begs a question. Well, if the money's not going to the bond market, where is it going? Somewhere where people think they can get a higher return than 2%. Stock market, maybe? Bitcoin, maybe? Gold, maybe? Real estate, maybe? Okay? That's the idea. A year ago, yeah. Wow, look at the difference in the yield curve. Interesting. Coolio. So anyways, that's that. S&P up 1% already. NASI up 1.5% already. Okay. And look at crude oil, 107. Huh? It was just at 130, yo. Gisa says, how do you manage trades? Do you move stops to entry, which is like break even, right? When you hit 1-to-1 risk reward? I don't understand the question. No, I move it where, or so you're saying like if I risk 33 pips and now I'm up 33 pips, do I move my stop? No, not really. Gisa says, let's say your stop is 1% and your trade is 1% profit. Would it be in break even? Not necessarily. I mean, I move it based on technicals. And by the way, the trade would be like 0.1%. When do you decide to take money off the table? When I hit my profit target. All of this is pre-planned, Gisa, right? There's no debate as to when to get in and get out and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, 1% on one trade would be redonkulous. I mean, the only way you do that is if you only made, 1 or 2 trades a month. All righty. Let's do commodities. Let's start with gold, oil, and Bitcoin. Bitty, can't you see? Sometimes all right. Let's bust this out to an hourly. And one of the things we're trying to answer here in the beginning of the session is risk on or risk off. So you might want to look at Bitcoin and see how are people trading this. So, got a lot of red lines here. Maybe just for sake of argument, I can get rid of them and start a new. Oops. Okay, now one of the things you might notice, and this is what I'm trying to get to, I drew these lines, let's say at least yesterday. Okay, and check this out. Okay, right, there's one line that I've already pre-drawn. Here's the other line I've already pre-drawn, and it seems those levels are important. Okay, so one way that you could use this tool, right, or analysis is if we break below, it's probably a risk off day, and if we break above, it's probably a risk on day. So like, Gisa, like for example, your targets are based on technical analysis, or if you're not using technicals, if it's a fundamental investment, then your target is based on a calendar. For example, you would do something like this. Okay, on the tech side, you might say something like buy M2, exit M4. Or on the fundamental side, okay, buy April 1, exit June 10. Okay, both are reasonable. Now, I think if you can combine the two, you're going to be even better, because your actual exit might be June 4th when you hit June M4. Okay? So you're lining both up. Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. So this whole gray area is an important level in of itself that we covered a while back. We're right in here right now. We're neither here nor there. We're somewhere in the middle. So that's probably why this giant daily doji is being formed. Okay, it's not risk on or risk off today. It's actually quite neutral. People are probably thinking about how they're going to manage risk over the weekend. Putin is talking like he's happy, which means a boatload of people are going to get crushed over the weekend. I think a happy general is one that's about to do something massive. All right? So we got to be careful. There's probably and this is just a giant stupid guess, right? Stupid guess. But there's probably something bad right around the corner. And that makes me wonder if other people are like, hey man, how do I position myself over the weekend when the Forex markets are closed, the stock market's closed, the commodities market's closed, and something bad goes down? How do I position myself now so I don't find myself in a heap of trouble on Sunday/Monday? Richard says, Pimco betting he will not default. What do I think? I think they've already lost more than $1 billion, and that's what they've admitted, which means they're probably down $10 billion in losses. And I think they're talking their book. I think they need him to not default. But if they default, and I already said specifically when they're going to default, so if I'm correct, PIMCO's going to lose a lot of money. Now, do you guys know BlackRock? They've already admitted they've lost $17 billion on Russia. And Russia hasn't even defaulted yet. So when we're talking about PIMCO down 10B and BlackRock down 20B, there's a lot of people getting hurt. So Richard, yeah. Don't take advice from someone that's desperate. Is sort of my thought process, right? On says that's nothing for BlackRock. Okay, well, talk to the clients that lost the money and see how they feel about it. Good morning, Maida. Okay, so anyways, taking a look here and see what it does. Matrix says Forex is 24/7. Why does Traders Way shut the servers down? Dude, liquidity partners are banks, and banks close on the weekend. Now, you might be talking Bitcoin. And yes, Bitcoin is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Why does Traders Way close their Bitcoin crypto trading over the weekend? And most likely it's because of who's providing the liquidity. And those liquidity partners are not your typical crypto guys. It's probably just more like Forex guys. But ultimately, I don't know. Johnny says USD Kitty Cat falling hard. Oh, is that right, eh? We can take a look at Kitty Cat. Aussie Cat, Kitty Cat. Where's Kitty Cat? Here's Kitty Cat. Oh man, I don't want to delete this. March 16th, 2022 at 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Russia will default on its bonds. All right. Now, you're like, it's not written properly. Well, it won't let me put any more characters. So anyways, so I got to go somewhere else. If not there, then let's do USD pivots. Aussie, Euro, Seek. All right, let's kill Seek. Seek and destroy. Okay. Let's see. Johnny says it's on fire. Cool. Well, I'm short right here. So going back to Gisa. Hey, Gisa, should I take profit or should I move my stop? Let's just clear this up. Well, I'll move my stop. Break even. Or I can move my stop and say, protect this. But I won't. Okay. Cool. Matrix says, I have found a broker that is open to all cryptos over the... Yeah, a crypto broker, Matrix, is open over the weekend. Kisa says, nice trade. Well, I guess thank you. It's a basic trade. Gisa, irrelevant. I don't even like answering the question because it sets the wrong tone. I'm not trying to ask you to get it big. I'm asking you to get small. Okay, so anyways, CAD doing something right. Something right in the CAD today. I don't know what it is. So let's check some other kitty CADs and see see what's up. What's up, kitty CAD? Aussie CAD. Okay. There's that apex. Remember yesterday I drew this out for you guys and I said you want to look at the apex for your break. Remember, I just drew this yesterday. Okay. Let me clear this up. Kick it over here, baby pop, because a lot of people get lost on the pivots. Okay. What does this chart say to you? Okay. Now I drew the apex and everything, but what does it actually mean? This is a bullish exit. Bullish exit. So a savvy trader would say more likely down than up. And they would be looking for that apex break. Or a lower high. Or a hammock. Or whatever, dude. Head and shoulders. Yep. Okay. Sam says easing. I'm not sure if I understand. But I'm just saying, if you know how to read a chart, okay, this says that. Okay, and then it'll probably do something like that. Now, we don't really know if it's going to reverse, but we do know this is out. It's the reason that that whole red box, red, right? Red means stop sort of thing. Red means down to me. So this is where you exit. This is where you take profit. It's not a selling zone. It's a take profit zone. Okay? So that's what it means. So it worked its way down. I know. Okay? Now, in reverse, this price here means up. Okay? Similar to this one means up. Okay? So there's two prices that say up. Okay? This one got hit, this one got hit. Good. This one did not get hit. This one you would have tried. You would have tried to catch that. Cool. That's it. Done. That's it. It's done. Jumbo. Why is it an exit zone? It just is. Why is a donkey a donkey? Well, if you ask the donkey, he doesn't know. Now, he might wish he was a zebra, but at the end of the day, donkey is a donkey. What do you mean, donkey? Okay? A donkey is a donkey. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It just is. Okay? Kenny, jobs up 333, 336. Yeah, that's a big number for CAD. Cool. You think any of it is oil? So Euro benefiting from that. Kiwi CAD. So yeah, so good. CAD doing well. Take a look at maybe pound. How's the pig doing today? Hey, wait, I thought I had a limit order on this one. Oh, it's on the other account. Okay, shoot. Oh. Anyways, I thought I had one here. Zippity-doo-dah. Living on the edge. Huh. Strange, I thought I was in on that one. Huh. Weird. Okay, we had a trapped breakout. Look at this beautiful little roll reversal. Long and gone, Bubba. I like the way you trade. Mm-hmm. Huh? Nice little swing trade. You guys get the reference? I like the way you trade. Mm-hmm. You have to think of Billy Bob Thornton. Why am I trading Singapore dollar? Because I can. Oh, you could look at, I mean, we talked about this, Alexander, yesterday in the swing trading group. But there's lots of different correlations. So there's a lot of things. You could just say the inverse is the US dollar. So one thing you can think of, Alexander, is if the S&P 500 is up, the US dollar is likely weak. But there's, boy, you could extrapolate that into all kinds of trades. But we spent probably a good 20 minutes deep diving on one particular pair. So one of the things we did in the swing trading group last night is we planned out a scenario for the rest of the year. Dumbass said what? Yeah, we planned out a scenario for the rest of 2022 and created technical trade plans around the base case. I know, right? Yeah, smart money. Wicked smart. Okay, euro pound. Okay, holding. Okay. By the way, for someone said, so why does that target mean take profit? Well, this green means up, which means this is a take profit. It's not necessarily a buy, but it's definitely a take profit. Look, take profit. Okay? So you're like, why? Because you're supposed to. That's just how you trade. So I'd write this stuff down and say, like, why don't you know that? You need to know this stuff, right? You just got to know, like, oh my God, why don't you know that? You need to know that. You got to know that. You should know that. You want to know that. Okay? So anyways. Nice little bounce on the bottom. Okay? This is a monthly trade, so to speak. There's a bottom here, and the projected high is 124.15. And we're currently at 122. So there's 200 pips left on this trade. Huh. Whale oil B. Whale oil B. Yeah. Come on. Let's adjust that. Because remember, this was presupposing in the early days. Now we're readjusting because it's worked. And we want to see this kind of like, I don't know if this is going to change up or down. Probably not, because they're both likely to be strong. But so, I just got that there because, I don't know, why not? Take a look at euro. Have I told you you're my euro? How are we doing now on my day trade? No, it's not particularly good, but it's profitable. Euro kitty cat. Living on the edge. Okay. Beautiful little role reversal. So again, we analyzed all of this yesterday. And you can see what's happened now today. Okay. We topped out on the top that I drew with the horizontal line. Then we broke lower low, which is the whole point of having this horizontal line. And so what do you do now? You sell the lower high. You're like, but Wayne, how did you know? Well, you don't know. Stop thinking like you should know. You should know what you want to do. You don't know what the market's going to do. You never do. So you were either going to sell this or you're going to buy that. I don't know which one you are. But if you're a bull, you're probably staring at this with great interest and furious anger. Those who try to destroy my brothers. You guys know the rest of that? And you will know my name is the Lord when I bring my wrath upon thee. Right? Boy, that was such a great scene. So like, right? You're either planning for that or you're already short or you're not trading this. How do you know you're wrong? Your stop gets hit. A Royale with cheese. Yep. Yeah. Great vengeance and furious anger, those who try to poison my brothers, and I will... Anyways. All right, so interesting. Euro is trying its best one more time. Yep. Hey, what do you guys think of this car? Will that look good at my country club? I like it though, I'm telling you. Well, yeah, of course I can't get a Neo right now. No, I'm telling you, Luis, I think, so I'm, for the, I have a Porsche now. It's my first Porsche. And when I jumped in, I'm like, dude, this is solid. Like, it feels solid. And then you start driving it and the steering is awesome. Like, every time I'm in it, I'm like, dude, the steering on this is awesome. So anyway, I very much like them now. I've never really liked the looks. And even the idea of like a 911 with the engine in the back, I'm like, it's kind of weird. It's like a dumb idea, right? But it's beautifully built. Yeah, it's beautifully built. So I'm just like, you know what, they did win me over. And I've owned I don't know how many cars, certainly more than 100, but probably less than 200 cars. So, you know, being a first-time Porsche owner now, I'm like, dude, this is good. I don't know if it's nice. I don't know if it's nice, but it's good. You're like, this is a good car. So that's that. So they won me over. That's it. What can I say? Let's go back to currency indices. Yeah, you know, I actually looked at the GT convertible, and there's some nice ones for sure. Okay, for sure. Let's take a look at maybe some exotics. Here he is now. There's my entry right here. And we're down here. So I'm short at like, you know, it's about 21 and a third. And now we're at 20.85. So that's pretty good. And we're at, it's pretty good because we're at a test. So it's probably going to come down a little lower, and then it's probably going to come up. So, you know, I could consider this as a mini top. As you can see, I've marked it. So I can lock in. It's hard to tell with pips, right? Because it's like 2,000 pips. But like, if I lock that in, that's $1,000. Sweet. Louis says, yeah, until you test the emissions. And actually, I do have an emission problem. It's on the, so we did a smoke test. And actually, that was the first time I ever saw that, where somewhere there's a fuel evaporation, something. So we replaced the fuel evaporator pump or some stupid part, and did a smoke test, and it was fine. And the light goes off, and then you drive down the road, maybe about 40 minutes later, pa-ching, that light comes back on. And I mean, it doesn't impact the performance of the vehicle, but you're not going to pass the emissions. So you nailed that. Yeah. Right, you nailed that for sure. Definitely. But of course, you can fix it, and you can spend thousands of dollars trying to figure it out to find out it's a $2 hose. Or what's better is you pay the mechanic to reset the computer, and then immediately test the engine, get your emissions. And then as you're driving away from emissions, your light will come on going, boom, your emissions are failing. Not that I would condone such action, but you know, it's plausible. So anyway, so I'm on my risk zone here. This is where, like, we'll find out what happens next. Don't be shocked if we got a bouncy bounce on the way. Oh, yeah, well, you never heard that from me, Luis. Is that right? Matrix out of Crossfire? That's, what do you call those? Pontiac? Is that a Pontiac? Chrysler Crossfire. There you go. Actually, I like those. Is that one the one with the little, it's kind of round at the back, long in the front, and it's got the little wing that pops up? Actually, I like those. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I remember that now. 100 million years ago, I liked them, and I almost bought one. Yeah, but then I felt it was just too small, so I bought a big convertible with a big back seat. So I remember that too. I bought a big convertible because I want to put golf clubs, two sets of golf clubs, in the trunk with the roof down, and there's not many cars that could do that. Yeah, sounds like Toyotas are good. Sure. By the way, let's talk about that. Toyota announced today, and I know you're paying attention to all this. So Toyota. That's okay. Toyota said today they're going to cut production. Stupid mouse, come on. Cut production. Okay. By 20% this month, 10% next month, and 5% the next month. And I bet you they'll even consider 2.5% the month after. But that they just announced that. And by the way, Toyota production is already down. Now, you might say that that's 35%, but you know what? I bet you the math doesn't work out that way, because then it's 10% cut of the whatever's left over after the 20% cut, which would be not 30% total. And then 5% of the cut of the 10% of the cut after the cut of the 20 after the current cut. So, you know, this might add up to like maybe total 30, even though it looks like 35. But that's the funny thing about math. But anyways, not good, huh? You like the coupe? Well, we love you, Maida. All right. So now what do we do? Let's move forward. That one's not doing anything. All right, break even. All right, fine. Living on the edge. Let's maybe look at gold this time. Well, that's Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin down. So we were maybe using this as an indication of direction for today. That would be risk off dollar strength. Interesting. I could see that happening. So that if Bitcoin is right, then WTI would probably be down. But anyways, where are we now? Looks like we're closer to support than resistance, huh? Okay, what do we see now? Okay, we see high, lower high, lower high, which would lead to lower high. Living on the edge. Living on the edge. Gold coming down. Okay, got our little double top early in the day. Okay, then what? Made a drop, came back, touched the roll reversal, made a drop, and now it's thinking about coming back, and there's the role reversal. So if you is a bear, or right there, that's plan A. And if you are a bear, this is plan B. Okay. That is that. Living on the edge. Yeah, just interesting. All right, cool. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Seems like Putin's comments of everything's going right, that negotiations are going well, are very short-lived. What's up, Wally? Wall Street. Luis says nobody wants to buy cars way above MSRP. I wouldn't say nobody. Cars are selling. So like I have a Tech Art car. So if you go to Tech Art, pre-owned, because they make custom cars, right? So I have a Tech Art Porsche. And this one's for sale. Okay. Taycan sold. Cayenne sold. 911 Carrera sold. Okay. Macan sold. Like, look at this 911 Turbo. Like, sold. I'm like, look at that. Okay. That one sold. This one's pretty cool though. I got it. Like all the carbon fiber is pretty epic. Okay. So like they sell them just like, you know, and they're double the price, and it's just like they sell them as soon as they come out. Yeah, all those Tech Art cars are owned by the day trading group. But right, so yeah, some cars are just there isn't a price. You just pick them up, and they charge you. Must be Friday, man. Must be Friday. Okay. Oh, you know, maybe finally some breakouts going on. Okay. Breaking out finally. Okay. I think it was on Sunday or Monday. I'm like, man, I love CAD. I love kitty CAD. And didn't feel like there was much, no one else really, there wasn't much love for kitty CAD at the time, but I'm like, man, I love it. I love it. And it's coming around. Now it looks better. Now, I don't know if we can call that a breakout, but at least it's trying. Okay, like let's further refine this maybe and call that the top. Okay, and call that the bottom. Okay, great, fine. So we'll see. Next week could be interesting. I think there's still a lot of bad news that, in the market in our near future. But it could be worse. Okay? Because despite all the bad, we just completed a bullish month. Going back to the person that said, why do these pivots, why is that a profit zone? And I'm like, it just is. Let me put this here and go to like, I guess a 4-hour chart. No, we'll go back to the daily. Okay, the way you read this chart, okay, you're at the end of February, and this, oops, let's do this in pink, and I'll use, okay. At the end of February, this was the buy zone. You just had to be a bull. You understand? It doesn't tell you to be a bull. That's your job. But if you're a bull, that's a basic setup. Now, based on the entry, which is this one now, right? What's the target? Right here. Now, do we know it's going to hit today? No. Nor do we know that it'll actually do it. But the pattern that's predicted is this price. Okay? So people in the day trading group, people in the swing trading group have heard me talk about 80. I don't know, 6 times? Okay? Look, we started here. Okay? We started here and ended up there. With, right? Sweet. Okay? So what you do is you get a higher high, and then you grab the roll reversal. Okay? You get a higher high, and you grab the roll reversal. So probably in here. Okay. You grab the higher high. Actually, no, let's do this more classic. Let's do it this way. Okay, the blue becomes the pink. Okay? Then you get the new high. Wait. So we got to mark. Oops. We got to mark that one blue. Okay, or that one. But let's do it this way. This becomes your, okay? And then this one then becomes that one. And then this one in the future might work out. But the interesting thing is when you add a layer of price action into this, and that's all this is, right? So this becomes a buy zone. This becomes a buy zone. Okay, this becomes a buy zone. And in the future, one might think that that becomes a buy zone, but because we know this is a take profit, this is not a buy zone. In fact, one of the outcomes that can happen now is this to this to this. Why? Because this is take profit. The guys and gals, the ladies and germs that bought all of this, they're more likely now than ever to take some profit or take all their profit. And this just comes back down. it doesn't have to, but the risk of it happening right here, let's do it over here, higher risk. Risk is increased. Not that it will happen of the counter trend, but it's much higher to happen, much more likely to happen now than earlier. Okay. One thing you could think of is for traders that were buying back in February. So let's do yet another color. Let's do purplish. Okay. For those that bought here, their target was here. And so they may have had their entry orders. Okay. They might have had their entry orders and they put their exit orders somewhere up here, right? Well, what if they didn't adjust what if those orders are just still there? Like they bought there, done. And they put their limit orders up there and it's the same trade plan. They haven't adjusted. There was no need to adjust. It was not working. Okay. And then those that bought here this month, what are they doing? This is the exit here. And we're on our best case scenario, okay? Our best case model has just fulfilled, and we're right in the middle of last month's sort of mean model. Okay? Mean bullish, meaning conservative bullish is this. Aggressive bullish is this, and the mean is right here. Okay? Okay, so for example, let me change this again just to make sure we're all following along. Okay, I'm going to go template, position trading bullish bias. All predefined, yo. Okay, so I go to this chart. Great. Let's back out a little bit. Maybe go to a 4H. And I don't have it set on the template, so I'm not changing anything. I'm just turning something from off to on. Okay, that's it. I haven't changed anything. I'm not backfilling to look good. All right. So what do we know? The green zone are buy zones. So we'll go right back to what I said last month. This is a buy. Remember, green means up. And then there's a little front run here for the month of March. What does it mean? It means buy. Cool. And so we were talking about conservative and aggressive targets and then some sort of average. Okay? So let me dive in here a little bit, zoom in. Okay, and last month, the conservative target is printed right here. It actually says it. Profit target conservative. That's last month. Huh, like even the indicator writes it down. And then we go a little higher. See, I can't quite zoom in. Okay. So now we're looking at this and we say bullish, profit zone aggressive, profit target conservative. Why the programmer wrote it in two different things, I don't know. I guess I can go in the code and change that. Okay. But anyways, that's last month. So you can mark those as maybe key zones. Let's turn some, oh, come on, drawing tool, there we go. Let's turn some of this off. Watermark will leave. We'll get rid of channels. We'll get rid of the moving averages or something. just so there's a lot less chop. Okay? So I just want you to see profit target conservative, profit target aggressive, both bullish. This chart is only for bulls. And now we look to the right and we look to this month. And once again, profit target conservative, profit target aggressive. So what I was suggesting is you can combine these, and we're above that. Then you could look at last month's aggressive target. But by the way, this is a conservative target. This actually says 79.44. That's how to read this chart. Buy here, exit 79.44, but last month. So now that we're here in this month, it says this is the conservative target for March. The aggressive target last month is still above us, but the aggressive target this month is 80. It's actually 80 plus 5.5 pips. Okay? Which is sort of the mean between last month's two targets. You see? Matrix says there are pivot points everywhere, so to me it's subjective. That means you don't know how to trade it. So this is a great way of simplifying because there's almost no pivots here. But if it looks like there's pivot points everywhere, either study it more and get better at using the tool or kill it. If it's meaningless to you, then there's no point in having it on your chart. Okay? And that's no shame to you. I'm just saying, look, they're not subjective. Okay? So they're not subjective in the way that it's just a mathematical algorithm. Okay? But right, if you were a bull on this pair, not technically, but based on fundamentally, you'd pay attention to like how we play off of this. Okay? And you're very conservative about it. You might try to get in here, but you're very conservative about it. It falls, you try to get in here, and this one works out a lot better. You try to get in here, and that one works a lot better. But they're all saying the same thing, right? There's no sort of like deviation from it. Okay? In fact, this is likely an S1 bottom, which tells you we're not going to the target, and the target's way up here. S1 bottoms don't hit target. So what happened is, you know, this came in, and this is probably an R1. Okay? So, but you might try these things. It sets up the basis of the month. Okay? So anyways, let's get to a point here. Okay? As I said before, your risk has now increased. Yes, it can continue going up. This time it's different, right? But nonetheless, there is a new risk increase now that you hit this. Okay? So what would you do now? Well, if you were a bull and you like this, you're going to continue this pattern of somewhere around this green zone, right? So right now the green zone is here. So your basic thought process, not that we know if it's right or not, is something like this. But I'll tell you, if this counter trends back down to here, let's say, over the next 3 weeks, there's more risk off, what happens? First of all, you've already taken profits, so that's all good. But second is this buy zone is also going to fall. It's just the math. So your new buy zone's probably something more like that if this is going to maintain more up. And of course, you don't really want a fallback that far, but dude, don't be shocked if it does this. Okay? And then what would you end up doing? Oh, well, then if that's it and you're near the end of March and you're getting ready for April, maybe you do a little buy-y here and see if you can get some up. Okay. So I think I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I think that's good enough for a Friday. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being in my team. Thank you for your positive contribution to this positive community. Yeah, Lucas, the problem is, I know you hear it all the time. I'm so busy. Like, I'm sleeping sometimes 3 or 4 hours on a day. It's just, I'm just trying to get through life alive, man. Just trying to get through life alive. I know. So, yeah, I haven't done it. That's all I can tell you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long week. It's been an interesting week for sure. Still lots of vol. I'm going to spend some time in nature and away from my desk. So that's great. So I'm going to do lots of family time, lots of nature time, no cigars. Huh? So maybe do some hiking. Living the life, living the dream. So peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. I will see you Sunday afternoon Sunday evening if you're in my day trading group. And then Monday morning, the day trading group meets with Ryan pre-London. And for everybody else here at Forex.Today, I will see you Monday morning, 8 a.m.